Hey guys, what's going on? I'm going to do an update of NateBear's Profit Surge Trader, this week's trades from Monday. So, if you're not familiar with the service, it's really simple. Basically, NateBear comes up with one main ticker, plus a couple of bonus trades every week usually. But usually there'll be like a trade which will be or a ticker that will be traded every Monday for a month. But on top of that, there's usually a couple of bonus trades as well. So you're typically getting 2 to 3 trades, options trades, usually calls, every single week, which is awesome. And I've only lost one trade out of quite a few dozen that I've done now, and I think that's a fantastic track record. The official track record is something about between 80 and 90% win rate for Nate. It could be higher or lower for you guys watching this or part of Profit Surge Trader, depending on how you manage the trades. So I've written this full article about the service, and I'm keeping it up to date with different trades that I do and that Nate does. You can see the link will be in the description below, so you can just go there and you can go through the whole article. It'll tell you about Nate. You can buy the service right here, so the lowest possible price. I'll keep this updated. You can always buy it. At the moment, it's on a limited time deal, I think $179, and you can go here and get it for that. That's pretty good for a service like this, so it's pretty exciting. There's also an interview with Nate Bear you can watch here. That's a full description of what he does and how he does it. Definitely something worth looking at. I also did an interview with Nate recently, which I put in this article somewhere. I think right there. It's also on my YouTube channel, so you can come and check this out as well. Nate's a really down-to-earth guy. He really comes across as humble, with almost no ego at all, from what I can see, which is really unusual for somebody as successful as him. He's known for turning 37,000 into 2 million or 2.7 million in just 4 years. And a lot of his trades are really, really high quality, really easy swing trades that usually produce winners. So honestly, this is one of the best services I've ever come across, and I've been doing this for about a decade now. So definitely come and check this article out and check out the service, the Profit Surge Trader service. So, like I said here, I'm going to be completely honest, transparent. I'm going to keep an ongoing review and log of my trades and his trades, as well as talking about anything else to do with the service. So this week, 2 winners. One is still open, which is interesting. It's down at the moment, but it could well come back up next week. I'll add it to, so it's kind of hard with these swing trades that last more than a week, so I'll add it to next week's summary if it closes next week, so you guys can see that I'm not hiding losing trades, for example, if it turns out to be a losing trade. But for this week, it was fantastic. We had several trades. I think it was actually a strange week because we had a freebie week as well to his premium service. But let me just scroll down. You can see all the information I'm putting in here. I want this review to be the most comprehensive from a real subscriber that you'll find anywhere online. I don't think anybody else is doing this, where they put the date and then they put the different alerts and they do a video on exactly what happened. And so I'm hoping that this will be like the go-to article for this. Certainly nobody else I know is doing this, and I don't think it will. So anyway, let's go to this week. So week of January 5th, 2024. So this was an amazing week. I'm trying to zoom out just enough. So before I start, the first thing that was different about this week was actually that Nate did basically an open house. So on Thursday, he let everybody who's in Profit Surge Trader into the system for DPL, or Daily Profits Live, which is his like $2,000 service where he live streams every day. You get 5 to 10 trades a day. It's amazing. And so he let everybody do the trades from that. So that was really cool. I saw some people making some really good money on picks like ARM, which was really cool. ARM just went nuclear. It was really, really awesome to see. He has help from 2 other people in that service, and so it's kind of hard to, see exactly what he is responsible for and what other people are responsible for. So it was an amazing day. So I really enjoyed watching it. I didn't take any trades, but I saw it in the Discord that I started, which, if you're a member of Profit Surge Trader, all you have to do is email me at stockalertsreviewed@protonmail.com. I'll put that in the description below. If you just email me like your confirmation email from purchasing, I'll send you an invite to the private Discord that I run for members. Totally not related to the company that like Nate's company at all. Totally like an unofficial thing, but it's really helpful because we can talk about our experiences and help each other manage trades and things when obviously Nate's not around 24/7 to answer questions. So it's pretty good. So definitely do that if you are a member and you want the invite. So yeah, just let me know. Anyway, I traded Amazon. So the first thing and I'll switch to basically PowerPoint here, just because these are kind of small and harder to see on the screen. So I'll switch to PowerPoint so you can kind of zoom in a bit easier and see stuff. So this week on Monday around noon, Nate went live as he always does, and he was saying like, look, Amazon just reported amazing earnings. Like, this thing just gapped up. Let's go for February. Let's use Amazon as the pick. So we're anticipating trading Amazon calls for the rest of the month. Every Monday there'll be some sort of entry. Of course, it'll vary depending on his style. So he uses various indicators, and if you're familiar with them, it's the TPS system. So he'll figure out what to do in terms to enter onto Amazon calls every Monday going forward, just for February, maybe for longer. Sometimes these profits the profit surge after earnings runs for quite a while, not just a month, sometimes several months. So really interesting. These were the calls. So you get this via email and you get it in the dashboard, and he also talks about it on the live stream as well. So you get it in various formats, and it's really cool because you can go back and do what I've done here, which is take screenshots to show people that like he said and what he did. And we'll log into the dashboard and have a look at that in a second as well. And so basically he said here, look, I'm getting started going long Amazon. Now this was early, so normally on a profit surge trader trade, you'll be kind of later on in the sort of upwards trend after the earnings surprise. But this one was really early, like day 2 or something. So I think that's why I was a little bit more skeptical. And he was going 39 days out to give him plenty of time for this to work. So he said it'll probably go higher, looking for Amazon to work higher into all-time highs over the next couple of months. And that's to like $200, so pretty amazing. Anyway, this was the first call, and we'll go and look at the chart in a minute. And he closed it a few days later for 40%. And that's what I like about Nate, is he's not looking for 1,000%. He's looking for these base hits over and over and over with a high win rate. So this was really cool. He basically said, let's play it safe, let's take the profits. So you went from $3.7 on the calls to 5.2, which is 40%, which is good. I'll show you the Amazon chart in a second. It's really nice. BURL has been one that we've been playing back and forward. Some people have lost money, some people have made money on it. It's definitely a choppy chart. We'll look at that as well. I'll give you my opinion on that chart in a sec. And so you can see this was the second pick. Now, it was the second bonus pick. The first bonus pick, so Amazon is the main pick, right? Then he gave 2 bonus picks. One I can't show you because it's not closed yet, and so I don't want to give it away and get, have people buying in at a lower price because it is down a little bit. So basically, bonus pick 2 was closed, so I can show you what that was. Again, it was calls. It's funny because Nate Bear, that's his real name. He never buys puts, it's always calls. So you'd think it's kind of a coincidence he's called Nate Bear rather than Nate Bull. So I don't know, it's just weird. Anyway, I digress. So 223, so again, we're talking about 2 weeks out sometimes. This one he did 39 days, this one he did 23. So on 2 or 3 weeks out. He bought them at 340. It dipped. This thing has been consolidating for a while, and we'll go through the chart in a second. But it's been consolidating for a while, and what looks like a nice pattern after a nice earnings surge. But it just is refusing to break out. It's like timing that breakout is hard. We'll still see in the future whether this thing actually breaks out properly. So these are the contracts, 340 to 480, so really nice 40%. So really good week on those two. Like I said, the other, for full transparency, the other bonus trade is down. He has added to it, so he's averaged down. That's something he does, so if you're not comfortable with that, this might not be the service for you. Personally, I do like to average down. The nice thing is, often the picks will dip after he's done them, so he'll get them at 370 and we'll get them at 3, for example. So it's really cool that way. If you like bargain hunting on services, it's definitely something that you'll like. And these are all swing trades, typically 3 to 5 days. The average, and I put this in my article actually. So if you go to my article right here, the trick is actually finding this, because this article is turning into huge. Here we go. So the average days held is just 4 days, and the win rate is 83%. That was as of December 23. I think it's actually a little bit better now. So that was the best track record I could get, like at the time of this article. So yeah. So yeah, both trades took 3 or 4 days. They were easy to enter at lower prices than Nate, so that's really nice. Let's have a look at the charts. So here's the chart for Amazon. Does it get better than this? This is the daily chart. I don't think it does in terms of like a profit surge after earnings. So like I said, it was very early on, which, you know, was probably why I was a little bit freaked out. So remember, this is Monday the 5th, where my cursor is right here. So we'd literally just had this earnings gap up the day before, and you can see this nice consolidation, and people are familiar with this pattern. This is a nice bull flag, right? However, you never know whether it's going to just drop and fill the gap, and that's why you gave a stop loss of 160 down here, where my cursor is right now. By the moment, it looks like it's breaking out off the bull flag, and this is where we sold up here. I'm just taking that bull flag move. Of course, it could come back down, and then we'll play it again on Monday, and it just keeps hopefully grinding higher and higher over time. So you can see the real value to this system. And he uses other technicals as well, but this is basically the profit surge that we're looking for. Hence the name Profit Surge Trader. So I love Amazon. I think it's an amazing move up. We got really lucky with that in terms of this consolidation. These fluctuations when you've got these options might not, like, it doesn't look much on the stock, but it can be quite a bit if you're holding these volatile options. So to get this big move up was significant profits. Now to my nemesis, Burl. So Burl is the only one I've lost on. It wasn't a big loss. It was actually really small, but it was still a loss. And it was particularly annoying because I really did have faith in the pattern. I think it really did look like it was going to be something that would work really nicely. It again is the usual earnings gap up, so you can kind of see here, zoom out here, see this little E down here, try and zoom in, it's little earnings here. So we had this surprise gap up, and again there's sort of, you can see the connection like between Burl and Amazon, right? You have this gap up and then this consolidation and then a little step up. So it could well be that we see on Amazon the same pattern repeat itself, and this has all been scientifically proven to be a very valid thing, that you can get these surprise earnings and then you run, and if you play with them options like properly, you can do pretty well. However, you can see that Burl is a little older now than Amazon was, so we got in on Amazon on like here, and then we had this boop little pop, and then we were able to take profits. And we're probably going to do the same thing again for, you know, if it continues like this. But you can see with Burl, it's consolidating for a significant number of days. This is a daily chart, as was Amazon, by the way. You can see that these are days of consolidation. And so it's started to push hard against this resistance at the top of this channel at least, but it hasn't really broken out yet. And so timing that breakout where it does break out, if it does break out, is the hard part. And these fluctuations can really test your patience. So Burl's chart is a little bit older, and we'll see. They often say the longer the period of consolidation, the bigger the move when it does move, but of course it could be a big move down. We don't know, so we'll see. It'll be interesting to return to Burl at a different time. So, like I said, if you're not a member, definitely check this out. I think you'll be surprised. Check out my review. There's tons of videos on here. I've tried to put tons of charts. I've talked about the strategies. It's a really unique and solid strategy. He uses a squeeze. He gives you like all the information that you need in the charts as well, which is really good. It's all very easy to access in the dashboard. So for example, on the Amazon calls, I just click on here, up pops this. So you can see the thing here where he says, Amazon just crushed earnings. I think they will work their way into new lifetime highs in the next month or so. Here is the trading plan. Entry near 170. That's what we did. Stop on a close under 160. That's what we would do, but it's a way down here. so that hasn't happened. Obviously, we closed the position anyway. Target is 100% on the options or move to new highs. That was maybe a little bit ambitious because he got 40% on it, and it's nowhere near all-time highs, which is way up at like 188. So maybe a little bit ambitious. Still, probably better being a little bit ambitious than not, right? So this is what you get. You get this type of thing, and you can go back and you can check it out like the next day if you missed the live, and it's just fantastic. It's just a really good service, and I'm not the only one that thinks so. I've had so many people tell me that it's really good. I run a Facebook group. I'll put a link in the description below. This is where this came from, I think. So Vasant has been part of my Facebook group for a long time now, and he did say that he did join the service, so Nate Bears Profit Surge Trader, and that he recommends it. He says Nate comes across as a good guy. He answers all the questions and comes up with winning trades. That's very fair. And he says he's very patient and humble. Totally is. I see questions for, this is not what he's saying here, but I see questions in his chat room, because it has like thousands of members. There are things like, what is a swing trade? And most gurus would be like, get out of here, I'm not answering that, or they just ignore it, or they would mock the person. Nate takes the time to answer them, which is really cool. Anyway, Vasant says, I like the platform because it's easy to follow the chats live, go back and check on past trades if I missed the live sessions, which is totally true. Like I said, the recordings are all in the dashboard. You can go back the next day. Often you get a better price, which is awesome. He also sends emails with new trades. The reasoning behind the trades is very good, and that he does make money, which is the bottom line, right? Very few people, if any, I don't think I've spoken to anybody yet who's actually net negative with Profit Surge Trader, which is really cool. So he says it's very reasonably priced. It is at 179. It's a loss leader to market to other higher price services. That's true. They could sell the service for $1,200, $1,500, I think, maybe $9.97 or something. But they don't. They sell it for much less, and that's because they can basically take a huge loss on it. It takes more money to market and get somebody to buy it than it does, the cost of it. And then they do try and upsell you to Daily Profits Live, but it's actually a pretty good service too. It's not that expensive, so he's saying the upsells are not outrageous. I agree with that. So all things considered, I recommend. So it's cool. Other people, so like I mentioned, I have a Discord, and if you're going to buy this, or if you've already bought Profit Surge Trader, all you have to do is email me. The link will be in the description below, and I will help get you on board with that. And so you can basically come and join my Discord. And yeah, I'll post a link to these below so you can go and look at these other testimonials. And I will talk to you guys soon.